Always a fun family tradition to set up the Christmas tree, but one of the saddest things is when we take it down.
I know, I hate taking down the Christmas decoration, but there's a way that you can turn that tree into mulch and actually help the environment at the same time. David Romero is live with a crew from PNM who are making that happen.
Good morning, Kristen. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, everybody. You know, as hard as it is to put it up, it's also hard to take it down, but there's a good solution out there that you can turn it into something helpful for the environment. We are joined this morning by Ryan Baca from PNM. She's going to tell us how they are assisting in that. Ryan, how does this all work?
Well, what we do is we chip the Christmas trees free of charge for our customers, and then the Parks and Rec Department will use that as mulch in local parks and landscaping.
So something really good that goes all the way around. I'm going to step behind the camera and give you a look at what these guys are doing here and have Ryan kind of talk over it. Now, we want to mention one thing that the wood chipper this morning, of course, this is live TV. It's a little bit jammed, but when it's working, all this will go pretty smooth, right, Ryan?
That's correct.
So basically, how many locations are there around the metro area where people can take their trees to be mulched up?
Folks in Albuquerque have 3 separate locations, and then our friends in Rio Rancho have 2 locations, and actually mulch at some of those locations will be available to the customers to pick up free of charge and use in their own landscaping.
So the customer can even take advantage of the mulch themselves and have their tree kind of go back into their yard, so to speak, right?
They can if they choose to do that. It is very important that the customers make sure all of their decorations are removed from the tree before turning it in, and also that they are aware that there is a 5 Christmas tree limit. We can't accept commercial quantities.
Okay, so if you have a home with 4 Christmas trees, you're okay, but
if you've got a home
one...
with 4, you're good.
All right, and guys, you can see right there that mulch that it turns into. That's something that's really good that can be used in your own yard, as Ryan said. And of course, if not, then it will go to something good like some of the parks around town, correct?
Correct, and that mulch helps retain moisture, helps protect the plants or trees from extreme temperatures.
And that's really good to see and to make light of. And just as we're about ready to end our live shot is when they get the wood chipper going. But coming up at 8 o'clock, we'll have another chance to take a look at what they're going to do when it comes time to mulch that tree up. And again, we want to mention that this program doesn't start until January 2nd.
January 2nd is when folks can begin dropping off their trees. All
right. Well, guys, we're going to toss it back to you, and hopefully at 8 o'clock we're going to get that tree in there mulched up, free of ornaments and free of all the decorations that were once on it. But coming up at 8, we're going to give you a live look. Back to you guys.
I wanted to extend this live shot to see the tree. We were about to do it, folks.
Going. It's really cool to see. Very cool to see.
Okay,
all right, again, the program that'll start in Albuquerque in the area, it begins on January 2nd. It's, I'll give you and your family a few more days to keep the tree up and then take all the ornaments off. And that leads us to Mr. Brumman.
Exactly. The question of the day, and it's kind of